Aphex Twin, there's a ton you can learn from his music. So in this video, we're gonna recreate 7 different sounds from chords, basses, and leads. Let's start with Is Us. Saw. Make the notes fade out. Often when I'm making chord sounds in Vital, there's a bit too much loads. So let's take some of that out. Turn down the fundamental and the first harmonic. Remove some highs, and a top tip in Vital is that this synth has multiple different filter types. So what I like to do is set 2 different filters up and choose whatever one you think sounds best in your music. To make it a bit more interesting, we're going to add some pitch drift. This is something you're going to see on a lot of the sounds we're making today. And why this is important is because if you think about it, Aphex Twin uses a lot of analog synths, and those analog synths don't stay fully in tune. The pitch slowly drifts. Secondly, when you're running through tape, cassette, all types of things, the pitch fluctuations add a lot of interest to the sound. So to achieve this in Vital, we're going to be using random 1 and random 2 and adding that to the fine pitch. And finally, we're going to add the EQ. Next, we're going to cover 2 bass sounds. Square. The second square is pitched down an octave, and this is going to give us a nice low end. Next, we're going to add an envelope to the filter, because this is what's going to give us that percussive effect. And one really cool thing about these kind of bass sounds is you can adjust the curve of the envelope. Again, we're going to add some pitch drift. I'm using random 1 to the fine pitch. And we're going to finish the sound off with a bit of EQ. I find that sometimes when you're making sounds in a plugin, there's a bit too much highs, so I just like to roll it off a little bit. Next, we're going to make a bass sound that sounds really aggressive. And this one also works really well as a lead. Square. Add a saw octave higher. Make it softer. And move this slider to adjust the tone. To make it a bit more aggressive, we're going to add some noise, and we're going to drag envelope 1 to the filter. Effects, remove some more high end, more distortion, and some pitch drift. This next technique that we're doing is great for making chord sounds, and you can also use it for house basses. Sine, make it fade out. Now to add another note, a 5th higher, increase the unison to 3 and go to the advanced page. Unison, that's the same note, you've got a higher octave, but we're going to choose power chord. Next is the part where you get to add some interest to the sound. Go to the oscillator editing section and add some extra harmonics. The higher up you get, the more bell-like it's going to be. We're going to add some pitch drift. And for lead sounds, first we're going to cover a synth string type sound. Start with a saw, like how we did earlier when we removed the low end. Make it fade in and fade out. Next, we're going to add a chorus, which is the most important thing for this type of sound. Filter to remove some of those highs. And that sounds a bit too static, so to make it come to life, we're going to add some random movement to the filter. To make it sound a bit thicker, we're going to bring in oscillator 2 and detune it a little bit. Remove some of the extreme highs and add the delay. And we're going to stick to the Vital delay for this video, but if you have any other delay plugins, I recommend you use that because the Vital delay is a bit crap. And a top tip is to reduce the amount of voices. If you have 8 voices for this type of sound, it's going to start to overlap and sound a bit messy. So I've set it to 3 so they start cutting off each other. Our next technique is going to be a stepping filter, and that's exactly what this song's called. Start with a basic sound. I've got a saw and I've added a filter. Of course, experiment with whatever effects you want. Now we're going to change the random mode to sample and hold and drag this to the filter. Sample and hold is basically a stepped random. It's going to create that effect where it's quantizing your movement. That's one way to approach the song, but if you want it to be a bit more controlled and actually sequence in the exact sound you want, start with the same basic type of sound again. And instead of using random, we're going to use the LFO to sequence in the exact shape that we want. Staircase down and drag that to the filter. Tempo sync it, whatever speed you want. Change it to sync so it syncs up with our DAW timeline. And now we can draw in whatever movement that we want. When you make a synth sound, don't just feel like, oh, I've got to make one little preset and then copy and paste that for the rest of the song. No, really get creative about what effects are on your track. Gradually automate these sounds so they evolve. That way, your track's gonna go from being a loop to being a whole composition. Subscribe to learn more about sound design.